three can keep a secret if two of them are dead. Have You Seen Me seamlessly picks up where Gossip Girl leaves off, but with more sex, more lies, and more dead bodies a la How to Get Away with Murder and You. When a coveted member of a group of entitled yet ambitious 20-somethings goes missing, their deadly secret is threatened to be exposed. But the real question is, who will be next? Read Have You Seen Me by creator Candy Washington on Amazon Kindle Vella, or listen and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care. If you are listening on the podcast or if you are joining us on YouTube, welcome back to The Lux Life. As always, I'm Candy Washington, and I am honored to help you lead a more joyful life. If this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video, you don't miss an episode. And also, if you need just a little bit more support, be sure to check out my one-on-one coaching, my Create Your Dream Life series, and our Lux Life VIP Facebook group, where you can get more support on your journey of self-love, self-worth, and manifesting the life of your dreams. With that, let's dive into today's episode, which is how to stop self-sabotage. So you are going to want to stick around to the end of this video so you will know what is self-sabotage and how to actually overcome it and stop it. And with that, we'll be right back.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go!
All right, you guys, we are back. So first, let's think about what is self-sabotage, right? What is it? So the way I describe self-sabotage is your subconscious and sometimes even your conscious beliefs or thoughts that become habits that block you from getting what you actually want in your life. They stop you from becoming the highest version of yourself. They really hinder you from the success that you seek, from the love that you deserve, from your personal growth that you want in your own life. So to me, self-sabotage is just when your own belief system gets in the way of you becoming a higher, more empowered version of yourself, however that looks like for you. And the way that sometimes shows up is perfectionism. You think you have to be perfect, or you think what you're doing has to be perfect and in order to put it out there, in order to get it done. And I'll give you a personal story about that for me. I used to be a little perfectionist. I used to think that everything had to be a certain way. I had to be a certain way. Everything I did had to be a certain way. But as I grew on my own journey, as I got more confident in myself, as I got more secure in myself, as I loved myself more, as I allowed myself to be more human, I got really comfortable with being imperfect. And I got really comfortable with the idea of progress and not perfection. And the more comfortable I got with not being perfect, the more successful I actually became. I just launched my Have You Seen Me series, and the old me would have waited. I would have waited until I had every episode ready. I had everything perfect. Everything was ready to go. I had to do everything at once and make sure everything was just perfect, right? And if I would have done that, then that would have led to another way that people self-sabotage themselves, which is through procrastination. They put it off, they put it off, they put it off. So if I had kept waiting for everything to be perfect, I never would have been able to put it out. But instead, I said, I got some great episodes, ready to go. I'm going to learn along the way. I'm going to implement new things as I go. It's okay to go back and rewrite. It's okay to go back and re-record. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, nothing is perfect. Nothing. And no one. And it shouldn't be. We are unique and we are human beings. And a part of that is not wanting to be perfect, but knowing that who you are as you are is enough. So I'm able to step into that higher, version of myself that's going to put myself out there, that's going to put my work out there, not needing it to be perfect, but just knowing that I'm doing it is enough. Another way that people self sabotage is they will sabotage their relationships. If they think they're not worthy and deserving of love, of respect, they will find a way to prove themselves right. If you don't think you're worthy of a commitment, then you'll prove that right with your partner. If you don't think you're worthy of trust and respect and all of that stuff, you will find ways to sabotage that relationship. You'll start fights, you will be really insecure, you'll want to control everything, you'll be needy, all of that stuff, because there's a part of you that believes you don't deserve the love that you seek, that you don't deserve to be loved. And our mind wants to be proven right. So if in your mind you believe you're not worthy of love, if you believe you're not worthy of success, if you believe you're not worthy of personal growth, of wealth, of health, of all of those things, you will prove yourself right. And a lot of the ways that we prove ourselves right when we don't think we're deserving and good enough is through sabotaging ourselves. Through perfectionism, procrastination, not taking care of yourself, not pitching yourself for the job, not starting your own business, finding fault in your partner. All of those things are ways to prove yourself right when you don't feel good enough about yourself. Okay? The other way that we self sabotage ourselves is that we numb out. We numb out to social media, we numb out with food or alcohol or sex or whatever. We focus on these things that distract us from what our true end goal is. And being distracted, being numbed out is a huge way to sabotage your success because you're not focused, you're not taking risk, you're not actively participating in becoming the next version of yourself. So if you see yourself in any of that, you might be thinking, okay, I do that sometimes. I think I have to be perfect, or I'm really scared that I'm going to be judged, or I procrastinate, or I sabotage my relationships, I sabotage my friendships, I don't take care of myself. Well, how do I overcome it? What do I do? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you. I think the first thing you should do is get out your journal and answer the question, what is it that I truly believe will happen if I achieve X? And insert X. So, what is it that you think will truly happen if you achieve success, wealth, getting a home, getting the new job, starting the business, being in love, and having a good relationship? So, what do you actually believe is going to happen when you get that thing that you truly want? Because it might surprise you. It really might surprise you if you're self-sabotaging yourself. For example, if you write down, what I truly believe will happen when I become wealthy is I will no longer be able to relate to my friends and family who aren't wealthy. They will no longer like me. They think that all wealthy people are evil. They think that all wealthy people are stuck up. And they think that all wealthy people get their wealth through ill-gotten means. So I will no longer be liked by the people that I currently surround myself with. That could be a reason why you're self-sabotaging your wealth and success. It could also be, what do I truly think will happen if I get into a healthy, happy relationship? You could think, well, you know what? It can't last. So I'd rather not even get it and not be disappointed, because someone loving me can't last. People always leave me. No one ever loves me for who I am. All people cheat. All people leave. I'm actually not good enough. They're going to see who I really am, and I'm not going to be enough, and they're not going to choose me. They're not going to love me. If that's what you think is going to happen when you get what you want, then of course you're sabotaging it, because you're actually trying to protect yourself from getting hurt, right? So now that you know what those limiting beliefs are that's actually holding you back from becoming and doing and being who you want to be and do and experience in this world, the next thing I want you to do is write them down and then rephrase them. Get Switch your negative self-talk to life affirming self-talk. If your belief is you're not good enough, your new belief is I am enough, I am worthy, I am deserving, or whatever affirmation sounds good to you. You don't have to just say, I am this, I am that. You always want to make it, your own language, but however you want to personalize it. Start reprogramming your thoughts. Because what is holding you back is your internal struggle. It's the conflict of, I want this, but I don't feel deserving of it. And that is conflict. Not feeling deserving, but wanting. That's your inner conflict. That's your struggle. And that's why you don't have peace. It's because inside you're conflicted. A part of you really wants the love, the money, the wealth, the health, the joy, the happiness, whatever. But then there's a big part of you that doesn't believe that you're worthy of it. And that is what the conflict is. So whatever voice is biggest, whichever voice is the dominant voice, is the one that wins. So if your dominant voice is that you're not worthy, then that's the voice that's going to sabotage you. But when you get to a place where your dominant voice is, I am worthy, I am enough, I am deserving, everything is always working out for me. Of course, people love to commit to me. I'm deserving of a healthy and happy relationship. I am deserving of, wealth, success, and health. Abundance flows to me at all times. When you get to the place where your dominant vibe, your dominant thought, your dominant belief about yourself is that you are worthy and enough and you are deserving, then that is the voice that will start to win out. And that is when you don't have to be perfect to start the business. You stop procrastinating on working out. You stop procrastinating on, going on the date. You start taking the risks. You start to pitch yourself. You start to ask for the raise. You start to work smarter, not harder. You start to take better care of yourself. You start to know that you deserve to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and successful in all of the things. But it all depends on what is your dominant belief. What do you dominantly hold true about yourself? Because until you get to the place, and when I say dominant, I don't mean only, because we're still human beings. We're still going to have those thoughts that pop into our head. No one's going to read your book. No one's going to listen to your podcast. No one's going to buy your product. No one's ever going to love you. No one's ever going to want you. You're never going to get that job. We still have those beliefs and thoughts that pop up from time to time because we're humans. But when we use our tools of awareness and saying, oh, okay, I got this thought, but you know what? I don't have to believe this thought because this thought is only true if I decide that it is. So you know what, thought? I see you. You're there. It's cool. But I choose not to believe you. Instead, I affirm for myself that everyone wants to read my book. Everyone's listening to my podcast. Of course people want to commit to me. Of course I'm going to get the job. Of course my business is going to work out. I am beautifully and willfully made. No matter what happens, everything is always working out in my favor. I am blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is for you. You are now in control of how you choose to think about yourself. You are now in control of what you choose to believe, what is true for yourself. So when a belief or a thought that comes into your mind that is not in alignment with the truth of who you know you are to be, you can let that thought go. You can reaffirm differently for yourself. And when you're in the position of your dominant, not your only, just what you believe more so of, because again, we're human beings and thoughts will come and thoughts will go. So it's not about thinking that you have to eliminate every single negative thought all the time, always, or, oh, I thought this bad thought, now all these bad things are going to happen. Absolutely not. Thoughts come and go. But the thoughts have power when you choose to hold on to them. Because when you hold on to a thought, it becomes your belief. And it is based on your belief system. That is how you show up in the world for yourself and for others. But a thought only becomes a belief if you choose to hold on to it, if you choose to make it true or not. So you allow your negative thoughts can come and go, but know that you have the power to control it. And when you work on your negative self-talk, when you go from being your number one critic to being your number one advocate, that is when everything changes. That is when you go from self-sabotage to self-affirming, from thinking you're not good enough to knowing that you are deserving. That is it. That is how you overcome sabotaging yourself, is by knowing that you are worthy and deserving of everything you want in this world. Just because you're here, that you're already enough, you're already valuable, you're already lovable, and you're already enough. And you don't have to sabotage your own happiness, success, and love and joy because you are afraid that somehow you're not good enough for what it is that you seek in this world. So those are the steps. That is how you overcome self-sabotage. So let's see if there's anything else I wanted to share with you guys on self-sabotage. Oh, another thing is, when you answer that question of, what is it that I truly believe will happen if I achieve X? When you answer that question, what I want you to do is find real life examples that prove you wrong. And what I mean by that is, find real life examples of, if your belief is that, what will truly happen if I become successful is that I won't have any friends, my family will turn their back on me, all successful people are evil and bad, and all successful people get their money in bad ways, and blah 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 blah. If that's what your limiting belief is, find an example where that is not true. There are tons of people who are wealthy and successful who are good people. There are tons of people who are wealthy and successful who have friends and family. There are tons of people who are wealthy and successful that got their money in a good way and not in a bad way. That got their success in a good way and not in a bad way. So find an example of the opposite of the negative beliefs that you are holding, that's holding you back. Because that can help you then say, okay, well, if this person can get their money, their success, their health, their houses, their cars, their relationships, again, these are just things, you see what I'm saying? Their joy, their happiness, whatever it is, if they can get it, and the limiting thing that I believe about myself isn't true, then that means I can get it too. Then you stop thinking in extremes. Then you stop thinking that it's not possible for you. If it's possible for one, it's possible for all. So find a real life example of someone that proves your self-limiting beliefs not to be true. And soon that person will be you. You'll be like, wow, I can be successful and still loved by my friends and family. And if you're not loved by your friends and family because you're successful, you'll be so confident in who you are that you are in a place of grace where you know that the people who are meant for you will always be for you. Whether you're poor or rich, if someone is authentically for you, they will be for you. And you will be in a place where you are so confident and you're in such a state of grace where you know you can love and accept the people who are for you. You can get to that place where you are in a loving, happy, committed relationship, right? And even when that person sees your authentic self, your light, your shadow, your quirkiness, your annoying habits, your whatever it is, you're good, you're bad, warts and all. And you will know that they still love you because you are still lovable exactly as you are, as your authentic self. So then one day, the person that proves all of your old self-limiting beliefs wrong will be you. because you will be living a more higher, a more empowered life. And those self-limiting beliefs will no longer apply to you because you know who you are. You are worthy and you are deserving. You are lovable and you are enough exactly as you are. So that's it. That is today's episode, how to overcome self-sabotage. Again, if you need any additional support or you want any more community, be sure to check all the links below in the show notes and in the description box. We have the Create Your Dream Life course. We also have the Lux Life VIP Facebook group where you can get weekly coaching, and you also get access to our library of self-love, self-care, and manifestation resources. And if you ever want any one-on-one coaching, you can just email assistant@candywashington.com. Again, that's email is below and in the description box. And don't forget to like, rate, review, and share this podcast, share this YouTube channel, and subscribe and join us, because your journey to living a more joyful life is always better with a little bit of support and then a little bit more community. So thank you so much. And until next time, everybody, be well and take care of yourself and each other. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, wait. Actually, you guys, I see some more people have joined. If anybody has any questions on self-sabotage, confidence, negative self-talk, put them in the comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. We already went through all of the steps, so definitely catch the replay. But if you have any questions, pop them below and I can stick around to answer any of your questions. No questions today. Okay, you guys. Well, until next time, then, be well, take care of yourself and each other, and be sure to watch this on the replay. And if you're catching this on the replay, comment below. Let me know, what are the things that are holding you back from stepping into the most empowered version of yourself. Let me know, what are you committed to doing differently and thinking about differently. So let me know, put them in the comment box, and I challenge you to do the exercise. Ask yourself the question, what is it that I truly believe will happen if I achieve, insert what you really want to achieve. And then I also challenge you to think about it differently. Okay, everyone, until next time, mwah, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go.